Hello guys, welcome to the next chapter of Your Best Games. This is going to be our third video, and I'm going to show you a game here that I pinched from the internet as opposed to being sent in to me. But I wanted to show you this game because I think it's absolutely fantastic, and it has got a little bit of a twist to it that I will reveal in the end. To make it even more fun. Obviously, an online game that was played on ICC between Hawkeye and the Joker. Uh, and if you are reasonably familiar with the world of ICC, then you would know that these two nicknames will cover two fairly well-known grandmasters. White was Roland Schmalz, a German grandmaster, used to live in Australia actually for quite a while. Actually, he still might be here, I don't know. And the Joker is none other than Israeli Grandmaster Ronen Har-Zvi. So, two very well known players, and this is a game played online. So, e4, knight c6, knight c3, e5, g3, Vienna, opening, quite standard stuff. Bishop c5, bishop g2, knight f6, knight e2, d6, h3. This is designed to prevent annoying knight g4 jumps. Bishop b6, yeah, objectively speaking, this is not really a good move because it's meant to stop knight a4, but it doesn't really. So it would be a better idea to play a6 so that after knight a4, the bishop has got an escape square on a7. Okay, so bishop b6 castles, king h2. White is about to prepare his kingside attack with standard moves such as d3 and then f4, and obviously he needed to get out of the pin on the f2 pawn. Right, rook e8, logical again, f4. Now this is asking for trouble, and the joker doesn't need to be asked twice. Take, perhaps knight would have been better, although pawn recapture is ideally what white wants to do, but this check is quite annoying, and of course it can't be taken because after queen h4, bishop h3, bishop takes g4, the game is over. So yeah, that's it. In fact, I just realized that I think it's time for me to use a little trick here, and that is that we are going to watch this game from black's point of view. So knight g4 check, king g3 was played. Yeah, it was pretty much forced, and this is where the joker unleashed this combination that I think made him famous forever and ever. He played knight f2, rook takes, and queen h4 check. Of course, this is the point. Bishop takes f2 would be very, very lame and mundane, but queen h4 check is really a sight to behold. A known motif, by the way, but that doesn't take away the credit from Ronen Har-Zvi for playing it. I think John Nunn scored a very spectacular victory against a Chinese player in the 70s in one of the chess Olympiads, and Chinese players were still not as crazy strong as they are these days. So yeah, the queen had to be taken, which it wasn't. After bishop takes f2, knight g3, all hell is going to break loose here. The king on h4 is really exposed, and yeah, black is trying to round it up. Rook e6, and that was White's last chance to actually come out on top in this game by playing the not overly difficult queen h5. Oopsie, queen h5. That stops all the nasty checks. Obviously, rook h6 can win the queen, but black has sacrificed far too much, so it wouldn't be worth it. But I think what white must have thought was that he can actually just walk away from the crime scene by playing king g4 and then king f3 and then just register the full point that he scored, completely overlooking knight d4. That denies, of course, the escape of the king by covering the crucially important whoa, what am I doing? By covering the crucially important f3 square. Now rook g6 check is threatened, and then it's looking like gonna be mate soon, so white tried to interfere in as many ways as possible by playing f5, but of course it doesn't stop rook g6 check because we have yet another very spectacular pin from this way. King f4, and after rook takes g3, the situation is about to become very dicey because the king on f4 has got no squares to go to, which means that any check could potentially be a checkmate. Queen f1 was played. Perhaps again better would have been queen g4, still trying to bail out with some Queen sacrifice. I'm not sure if black has got enough here, to be honest. Um, I think that this would have been the way to play. Although, if I just take on c2 first comes to worst, then black should be more than fine there. But luckily, the white decided that it will be either an immortal game for black, or he just wins on material. Well, as it turns out, it became an immortal one. So, black played g5 check, perfectly fine, takes, knight e6 check, king f5, and sadly, and it is really sad actually, because it is a beautiful motif, black missed the forced mate here by rook f3 check. This is just incredible. It is truly an amazing game, because after bishop takes f3, the point is that we have got, what do we have? Yeah, takes, and if king here, then bishop h4 is a fantastic checkmate. And if the king drops back to g4, then pawn h5 is perhaps an even more amazing checkmate. And that was exactly the point of sacking the rook on f3 first, so that the bishop's diagonal is open and it could cover the g3 square in the line when the king went to g4, and it went to h4 to give a checkmate when, what is my recording doing? When the king goes to f6, bishop h4 is mate. So yeah, that was, or rather would have been, an absolutely stunning finale of this game. Sadly, black chose knight g7. It was also sufficient for mate, but as I said, not as spectacular. King f6, rook check, king e7, rook check, king d8, and after the quiet move bishop b6, there was no way to stop the mate on rook e8. White can delay it by sacking the queen, but that's really meaningless. He played knight d5, allowing the spectacular rook e8 checkmate finish. A fantastic attacking game, truly amazing, with lots of beautiful sacrifices and the king hunt that you very rarely get to see in an everyday game. And I promised you a tiny bit of a twist for the end of this story, and here it comes indeed. I purposely didn't write down whether it was what time control it was, not that I did it in the past, but this game was actually a bullet game. Yes, you heard me right, it was a bullet game, which meant that the players had got 1 minute each on the clock, and they played it out like this with 1 minute. It is truly amazing and mind-boggling how one can play like this with 1 minute on the clock. Hawkeye, by the way, was once, if I'm not mistaken, definitely top 3, but perhaps the highest rated bullet player at one stage in the world on ICC until Nakamura's reign before Nakamura's reign started. But that's just another fact. The point is that this fantastic game is something that I suppose anyone would be proud of, even in a long time control game, and yet it was just a bullet game. But what a game. Anyway, thanks all for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I will be back with more soon. Thanks for watching.